lied. And Chris Hansen caught me. As these people keep saying, you're lying. I mean, you lied, you're lying. And I'm like, yes, I fucking lied. Next. And be like, yes, I was the girl in Chris Hansen and I fucking lied. That fucking aged like milk. What was it, a week ago when I was like, I like being restrained? No, I don't. Not in this way. Definitely do not like to be gagged in this way. I'm a fucking Magoo.
Welcome to Jessi's world.
Hey yo, what up? It's Hades. So this is not going to be the official part 2 yet. This video is going to be the shenanigans that Jessi, aka Dear What the Heck, aka What the Fuck, has been up to since my first video dropped a week ago. And there's been so many posts. I didn't even put everything in here. I put most of her posts, not everything, and it came out to well over an hour worth of stuff before I even added in my own words. So then I cut stuff out, and with cutting stuff out, it was still at the hour mark. And now I'm at the point where I'm starting to put my own voice and edits in. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to try to not make it like a movie length. I don't know, but she posts so much. It's insane. And she's, oh my god, she's gone back and forth. Like, her posts are so manic. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get into it. And part 2 is still coming. I have a couple of people working on it with me, so I'm just waiting for other people to send me their parts, and then it'll be out shortly after that. Ugh, there's so many stories I haven't even talked about yet. Like, you guys think you know everything. You do, because I know other people have looked into other videos. You can't even find everything about her in other videos. I only know because, 1, I have the help of Wes, and 2, because I know people that knew her during the anti-KJ communities when she was there. So I have friends from that community who are sending me things that have long been deleted that some people might not even remember. So there's so much. Anyway, let's go over the Jessi shenanigans since my last video dropped.
I just simply cannot handle when people are saying things that are just not true.
The irony of what she just said is astounding, since she lies about literally everything. So I thought we'd start with how this all led up to this point.
Yo, you got me fucked up right now. When did I ever call Haiti a fucking bully? And now she's going around telling people I called her a bully when I never fucking did. No, because, like, I don't even want to live anymore at this point. Like, I really don't. Like, my relationship's not worth it. Nothing's fucking worth it anymore. My music's not worth it. My love isn't worth it. Nothing's fucking worth it. And no one fucking cares. No one fucking cares. I never fucking called her a bully. And now she's spreading lies about me. And I can't breathe.
So it's just weird how she just tells blatant lies. So here's a message from her saying, Haiti is bullying me. I cried all morning. Don't talk to her, or do, but don't mention this. She has Starlight, Casey, everyone against me, going hard. Non-stop notifications of them saying no one likes me and to leave the community. And God's honest truth, that never fucking happened. Never happened. Never once. I never told anyone to do anything to her, and I had no problem with her at this point. There was no issue. We were friends. I thought we were cool. There was no issue whatsoever. So once I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? And then she started saying that I go live all the time, and I'm always live, and talking about drama, and like, don't do anything useful, which is ironic, because that's literally what she does. Look at this one. Haiti is going live at midnight because she snorts meth for a living. Because she has this thing with saying that I'm live like constantly. And I went live once within like the last 2 weeks. Do you know how many times she went live in the last 3 days? Over and over and over again for like hours at a time. So it's clearly like an issue that she has with herself. And it's like self-projection. Everything that she says about other people is self-projection. So that's when I blocked her. After I saw that she was talking weird shit about me and I thought we were friends, I thought we were cool, I was like, alright, I don't want to be friends with this girl. She's a fucking weirdo. So I told her, I messaged her, I was like, don't message me anymore, and I blocked her, and that was that. And saying I snort meth for a living, I don't even know if you can snort meth for one. And two, aren't you the one who got arrested for getting into a domestic dispute with your ex-boyfriend over cocaine? Wasn't that you? Because I'm pretty sure it was. You did like 2 to 3 weeks or whatever for that, remember? Yeah, don't worry. That'll be an upcoming video when I'll show all of that in detail. So then after that, she messages Dank completely out of nowhere, unsolicited. Dank said absolutely nothing to her first and starts bitching at her, telling her that she's gonna serve her overseas, that no one is actually her friend. Everybody talks shit about her. Starts saying that she never actually doxed someone, which go watch my short on YouTube, or I put it on TikTok and Instagram also, where I proved that she has doxed a crap ton of people. And she says that she doesn't lie and blah blah blah, etc., 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 etc. Basically all just lies.
First of all, they're not your friends because they've talked shit about you. Baby, come on, come on. They're not your friends. They're online and they talk shit about you. First of all, they're talking about me. They're slandering me. Everything that they're saying is not true and has been proven. So, unless you want to go to court, baby, because I will serve you overseas. I absolutely will. And I know exactly how to. I would just stop while you're ahead. You are a fucking bully, and you think that you want to ruin my life? For what? I did nothing to you. I did nothing to anyone. Exposing was swatted by Kesh. I just put that out there. And guess what? I am not going to stop putting that out there. She is a fucking swatter. She's a danger to society. And you're friends with her? You're friends with the people who swat and dox? I have never doxed anyone. Because guess what, baby boo? Guess what? Used to go by his name before he changed it to case studies. If you go by your other name, it's not doxing, honey. Let's see, if I changed my name to Sunday and people were calling me, dear, what the heck? That's not doxing. Durr. So I never doxed anyone, and you guys are fucking lying about me. And if you want to be served, go ahead. But you keep lying about me. I never lied about anyone. I never said anything wrong about anyone. I speak the truth, and you are fucking hurtful. You're a bully. That's all you fucking do. I cried enough over you, and now I'm done grieving, bitch. I'm done grieving. I'm done fucking grieving over your fucking bullying ass.
So then case studies, he had already served her with a TRO, and she violated it literally within the first 24 hours and continued to violate it over and over and over and over and over again. So yesterday, when he had the actual court date to see if it would become an actual restraining order, I'm sorry, it was originally a temporary order of protection. Now it's a permanent order of protection. So yesterday was the actual court date, and luckily he won, which we knew he would, given all of the evidence that he had. He had so much evidence against her because she put so much out, and because of her history. She has a long history of doing these kinds of things to a lot of people, and now it will be forever on her record. And for some reason, she cannot stop talking about it. From after she was already served with the temporary order of protection to even after yesterday when it became a permanent restraining order, she still cannot stop talking about it. So here's some examples of her going on and on and on. And she has this thing, by the way, when she talks about the Laura Owens case. She's actually talking about her case with case studies, not actually about the Laura Owens case. And she thinks she's like sly, I guess. Nobody is stupid, Jessi. You're the only one who's stupid if you think that that's actually working.
So I'm invested in this Natalie Reynolds person, right? Now she's viral for several different things, but now she's been arrested for indecent exposure. She was apparently making a spicy video. Nothing that I ever fucking did ever got that far. Now listen, people call me a sex pest and everything.
I don't know why she'd say that she never got that far when she's admitted to having an OnlyFans multiple times, and she sent unsolicited pictures to countless men, including an underage 14-year-old boy.
But it was all an act. You think I act like that in real life? You think I fucking act like that in real life? Okay. There was only one fucking time where I was getting my fucking car done, and this was, you know, before I met my man, so I would never fucking disrespect my man like this. I mean, I already have him. If I fucking want to get my knees, I fucking will. Anyway, so I was getting my car done, and they would just inspect it and all. And I go into the, office, and I close the door, and, first, he grabbed my credit card from me. I followed him into his office. He closed the door. And then I did a whole Lolito kind of scene. And I said, is there any other form of payment you take? And he said, I'm flattered, sweetheart, but I'm happily married. And he showed his finger. And I was like, oh, that hasn't really stopped me before, though. That's the only fucking time I've ever had, like, a very, like, sexual experience that's inappropriate. I don't give a fuck. So anyway, this Natalie Reynolds person, I'm just watching videos and movies and TV shows, anything that will make me feel better. All these horrible fucking people, and then you have me, who's not really a fucking horrible person. I'm just misunderstood, and now slowly becoming and morphing into the villain. But isn't that the story you always wanted me to write? I mean, come on. We're both sharing pens here. You're fucking lying. I lied. We all lied. And now it's just fucking turmoil, spinning, spiraling, snowballing, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see a lot of posts where she talks about her man and her girl. I think it's important to let everybody know that they don't exist. She does not have a man, she doesn't have a boyfriend, and she doesn't have a girlfriend. If you want to know the story that she actually told Exposing an Eye, so she told Exposing an Eye that she's in a poly relationship, which, I mean, originally, of course, we had absolutely no reason not to believe her. Why wouldn't we believe her? But then once the details came in, it didn't exactly make sense. Okay, so her man is allegedly 29. He, I don't know what he does for a living. I know for a fact that she told one person that he works for the government, and she told other people other things. I have to ask Exposing what she told her. I don't remember what she told her. I'm gonna have to check with that one. But she basically told people different things, and he has an apartment on Long Island and in Manhattan, and the girlfriend lives in Tennessee. But she's there sometimes. She comes to visit so that they could film OnlyFans videos. So I don't know what amazing job he has, especially if he works for the government, because the government does not pay that well to have an apartment in Long Island and Manhattan. If you live in New York, you know New York rent is hella expensive. And every time I would talk to her about him or he would come up, he was never there. He was always out of state in Tennessee visiting the other girlfriend. So what amazing job does he have that he can afford an apartment on Long Island and Manhattan and never be at work? He's always out of state visiting the other girlfriend. And why aren't you with them visiting the other girlfriend if you're in a poly relationship? The whole story is just bullshit. And she has a history of lying and saying that she has a man. This is something that she has done many times in the past. When she makes a new friend, she says, my man. Today, she did a live stream and she started to say, my mom, and then she stopped herself and realized that she was saying my mom, and then corrected herself to say my man. And her mom also came in because she also says that she lives with her man, which is 10 minutes away from her parents' house or something. But that is not true. She lives at her parents' house. There's nothing wrong with that, Jessie. I don't know why you have to lie. Nobody gives a fuck if you still live with your parents or not. They really don't, I promise. That's clearly an insecurity that you have with yourself. That's sad. You should try and get over it. I know for a fact that you live with your parents. You can try and say, oh, I'm so glad that I happened to be at my parents' house when I was served. I'm so glad, because if I wasn't there, my parents opened the door. Oh no, like give me a fucking break, girl. Give me a break. And yeah, she was on a live earlier, and we heard her mom in the background. Like her mom all of a sudden came in, and then she muted quickly. And I guess a lot of people wouldn't notice.
This is literally how it is. It's literally insanity. Insanity is when you repeat yourself hoping for different results, right? And that's what they want. They're insane. They want a different result. They want whatever. I lied. You lied. I lied. You lied. Yes, I lied. Yes, you lied. It's like in circles, and move the fuck on. So, yeah. It's wild. It's a phenomenon for sure. And, Sorry, guys. Penny's barking, and yeah. Okay, everybody, hit those taps. Let's get the taps up. Let's get the likes up. And keep it going. Share the love.
So yeah, if you need to rewind a few seconds and listen to that again, you can clearly hear a woman's voice, aka her mom, in the background because she's at home living with her parents. Again, no shame. Nobody cares. It's just weird that she lies about it, but she lies about it because she lies about everything. Also, her and Exposing used to talk on the phone, and Exposing told me that suddenly, like, there would be like a knock on her bedroom door, and Exposing would hear a woman's voice, and then Jessi would mute super fast because it was her mom, and she didn't want Exposing to know that she lived with her mom, and her mom was knocking on the door. And another thing is that she would send Exposing pictures of like things in her house, like her dog Penny. She would send pictures, and her couch at her mom's house and her couch at her house, which it's the same house, but she's saying they're two different places, were the same exact couch. She didn't realize that she was sending the same exact background and saying one is her house and the other one is her mom's house. But it was the same exact background for both ones. Like, girl, you are just not good at this. You would just be much better off telling the truth. Just stop the lies. Just stop the lies. It's embarrassing.
Just know that talking about the Laura Owens and Clayton Echard case, it is a different case because it has to do with a paternity scandal, and it's complex. However, there are details involving the case that are very familiar, but it's just not something that I want to compare or get myself in any kind of legal trouble. Yes, I'm still going to be talking about the case.
I think it's a little too late for that. I think you should have not said anything to begin with.
If you're a fucking lawyer, please fucking work. If you're a young lawyer, please work your way up to be a judge so you can understand what doxing and harassment actually is. Please.
I don't know, that kind of sounded like a dig at the judge, like she's saying the judge didn't know what he was doing. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. It's no bueno, Jessi. You got some splaining to do. So now let's go over some of her posts. 2 more days. They're lying. I did not harass. I don't know. I know for a fact that you keep saying that it's only been a month that you've been doing this, but it's literally several months back. Exposing has messages of you talking about it months back. Case has evidence from months ago, and other people have come forward and told me that you were reaching out to them months ago and talking about this and trying to do things back then. So you can try and pull that all you want, but it's a lie and you know it, and that's why it's an order of protection against you. So this one and the last one are from before court, obviously. And this one says, I have been very careful to follow all of court's orders, because she had already been ordered the temporary order of protection. Since I am the one telling the truth, all I have to do is show my exculpatory evidence. If I am not believed, the advice I have been receiving is to just let it go. I feel like Monica Lewinsky under a spectacle. There is scandal. And then there is the story. Both are misconstrued and reputation defining. Time will go on, and I will just be another story. For now, I am in a rabbit hole. Jessi Abigail Magoo, which is not her middle name, aka Dear What the Heck. You should have, I know nobody's actually advising you because you don't have anyone to talk to about it, but you should look into someone to talk to about it, like a therapist or something, or even get a diary. I don't know. But all these manic posts to the internet, girl, you're not making yourself look too good. But yeah, if someone actually did advise you to just let it go, you should have taken that advice, because your posts since after being issued the actual restraining order have been insane. There's so many. There's like 30 plus a day. It's wild. who has time for that? Literally, who has time to do that? You need to get a hobby. I know you don't have a job, but like get a hobby or something. Stop making this your hobby because you look insane. This one doesn't even make any sense at all. The courthouse clerk told her that she can talk about it, but not to, or directly. I comply with the rules. Wait, so she told you that you can, but you can't? What? Also, you have not complied with the rules whatsoever. I don't know if you've ever been to Tennessee before, but write me a letter. Let me know what it's like when you get there.
But people are saying, but you lied. And I'm like, yes, I did. I lied. I'm sorry. And then they're like, but you lied. And it's going in circles. And I'm like, yes, I did. Moving forward.
Okay, and so Case used to be in the Aaron Carter community before this, and she has like this idea of like wild stories that she says happened to him, and this is some of them. I mean, it's kind of out there, so I'm gonna go with it's not true because it's coming out of her mouth too. And like Case also told me it's not true, and I believe him, obviously. But this is what she had to say, and mind you, she can't talk about him anymore, but yet here we are.
When I say I have to pick up my jaw with my own fucking palm, my hand's palm, and place my jaw back into place after knowing all the fucking law that happened with Aaron Carter before he fucking died. Okay, so there was this one guy, he was investigated by the FBI, all of that because of the Twitter stuff, but then there was someone else that wants to pretend it didn't happen to him too. And then he fucking moved out of state to another fucking state. And now he's doing Elmo jokes. I'm fucking mind blown. I always knew from what people were telling me is that, you know, all this stuff that he's been doing, the contributing to basically Aaron Carter's demise. And, you know, most importantly, you know, bullying this man. Bullying people is fucking wrong. I know people like to say that that's what I've been doing. No, but I hold people fucking accountable. Yes, I have made fun of locals. I have made fun of children, men that act like children, dress like children, hat backwards, and fucking glasses, and fucking spiel nonsense on their fucking YouTube channels. Those are the people that I have made fun of. That is completely fucking entirely different than fucking bullying someone and calling them names and everything and, you know, fucking discrediting them. I never did that. I kind of just made fun of people that fucking deserved it because they did horrible fucking things, or they defended people that were horrible. Anyway, this rabbit hole that I fucking fell down, I didn't know anything because people want to say, oh, I'm the stalker and the harasser, I knew everything. No, because I'm just fucking finding everything out now. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, so maybe she's just finding out the alleged stories about the Aaron Carter stuff, but she was calling case studies Michael Buscos, aka Truthy Magoo, for months before that. And Truthy Magoo, if you look into him, has been accused of heinous things, including being a pedophile. She was saying those things about Case. How this doesn't click in her head is mind-boggling, but there's something really fucking wrong with this girl. So yeah. The next here we have, this is from today, mind you. Thank you to Exposing for getting this screenshot. She's the GOAT. She got me a lot of these screenshots, honestly. She has helped me so much, so thank you, Exposing. She says, so Jessi says, is making videos about someone direct contact? Also, can you DM someone that has you blocked and you blocked them? And the poll and the options are, no, that is wild and perjury. Or, yes, you can contact someone that has you blocked. So, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that making a post like this after you have an order of protection against you is violating the order of protection, since you're basically talking about the person that you have an order of protection from, whether you say his name or not, you're still talking about him. You really need help, girl. You really do. Then she goes on to say, my protective order is over. What the fuck? It's only for 1 day. Jessi, please don't tell me you really believe that order of protection was only for 1 day. Are you okay? Like, genuinely, like, Do you need to be 5150? Should your parents be concerned? Because I think the rest of us are. Like, legit. We're concerned. You're not okay.
Okay, I want to show you guys something. So, look, it says the order was only 1 day. So I'm allowed to talk, I guess. I'm not going to contact him. Well, he's blocked. I've never fucking contacted him and contacted me. But look, so I guess it's over.
No, Jessi, it is very much still going. This is a video too. Jessi posted a lot of videos this morning manically and then deleted all of them, and they're all really bad to post once again, considering that she has an order of protection against her. So I'm not going to play the audio for this, but don't worry. Case has it. He has it. I just wanted to let Jessi know that we had it. So keep digging that hole, Jessi. Keep digging that hole, I guess. You should just stop. Just stop. And mind you, it's really weird that you want to appeal this order of protection in the first place. You want to appeal a restraining order. You're basically saying, no, judge, please let me harass this man. Please let me harass him, please. I can't live unless I'm harassing him. I need to win. Just let it go. Let it go. You're the one keeping this whole thing going. The more you keep putting out, the more we're going to talk about it. So just stop. Leave Case alone. Seriously, just leave him alone. So this one here, she's saying that she doxed Michael Buscos, which, mind you, she thought that Case was Michael Buscos for the longest time. He is not Michael Buscos. That is not his name, but she thought that it was. So it's funny because I have a lot of clips in the last few days of her saying that she's never doxed anybody. Wah! But then here she is admitting that she doxed Michael Buscos, and she did dox Case many times, and his wife. Go look at my first video, and I have a short on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram of her doxing multiple other people, and I didn't even put everyone that she ever doxed in there because it would have been too long for a YouTube short. I had to keep it to 3 minutes. It wouldn't fit all the people that she doxed. But if you want, Jessi, if you keep saying that you never dox anyone, I'll make it into a full video and show all the people you doxed. She keeps saying, where's the proof that I ever doxed anyone? I already put it out. I'll put out more if I have to. So like I said, here is her admitting that she doxed Michael Buscos. And she's insinuating that there were lies told under oath. She's insinuated that, actually no, she's flat out said that in quite a few posts, actually. Then she goes on to talk about court even more. She says, proof of a lie under oath. I am not low editor. This person is. They gave me Michael Buscos information. This is when I found out Truthy is Michael Buscos and started retracting. Why was my mic muted when I explained this to a judge? Isn't anyone concerned about lies under oath while the judge is looking at exhibits? Or maybe they were not looking. The clerk told me they do not know if he saw it or not. What the hell-y? Jessi, how do you think the judge would feel about seeing this? I doubt he would like to know that you're talking crap about him and saying that his courtroom is not just... Yeah, I don't think he'd like that at all. I don't know, what do you think? Then she goes on to insinuate that Case is actually the one stalking her, and that is why she changed her name to Truthy Magoo, as if that makes any sense at all. So she says, you do realize I changed my name because I have a stalker, and it was my way of coping. I always coped with comedy. This is a real-life stalker people do not realize. I am in court with this fucker and will be for over a year. Whether or not I am able to get a RO is up to a jury and a judge. Okay, so there's quite a few things to unpack here. One, you're the one stalking him. That's why he got the temporary order of protection that now turned into a full order of protection, because you're the one doing the things to him, not the other way around. Everybody knows that, so you can try and rationalize it in your head, but nobody believes you. And two, it's over. It's done. There was no jury then. And there is no jury going forward. Even if you appeal it, there still will not be a jury. That's not how it works. There is no jury. And you're gonna lose again. You're gonna make yourself look even crazier to the court. You should really stop. Well, I was gonna say you should stop while you're ahead, but you're not ahead. But you should still stop. Seriously, this is really concerning. And in yet another manic post, she says, "No, seriously, I showed proof of my viewers list being watched, and the judge didn't know what he was looking at because he is like 90 years old, and my stalker said he never watched my channel and never talked about me and never messaged me or had any communications." Yeah, I'm sure the judge is going to love to hear that you're, like, calling him a 90-year-old man. I don't know how old he is, but his age doesn't really matter. You're stalking, and he can see that you're stalking based on the evidence that was provided. Anyway, all my evidence was sitting, and the judge didn't look into it. I explained to the court clerks the judge either lied or is bad at their job. The exhibits were time-stamped and everything. Isn't anyone concerned about the legal system? Now people can lie under oath. This is not a violation because it says not to talk about the person. I am not. I am talking about hope lost for my case and the evidence sitting proving the lies under oath. We need the video because people will wait, but we watched everything happen in real time. Why did they say XYZ under oath? So I'm reading it like as it's written, so that's just how she writes, I guess. Depressing. I am going to pray in church and just hold on to hope. My last video was before I was served, and the judge muted my mic when I was explaining it with the exhibit in my hand. Do I even need to say anything about this one? I mean, it's all right there. I mean, she's saying that Case was lying under oath and that the judge was muting her so that she couldn't speak. Raise your hand if you think that's true. Nobody? Okay. So yeah, seriously though, write in the comments. Let me know if you think that's actually what happened or not. And then in the next post that she should not have written, she says, they also denied they requested me be on a live stream and said, yeah, I did over a month ago. No, you did 5 days before I was served. And when she says they, she means Case. So Jessi, just because you're not saying his name, you're still talking about him publicly. Oh my God, this has gotta be a joke, right? Like, someone can't actually be this fucking stupid, can they? Guys, we need to expose these lies because I am in such a dark place. Someone needs to be a witness, please, because we all saw what actually happened. How are you all letting people lie under oath when we saw what actually happened? Not a violation of my order because I am not talking about anyone specific. Yeah, you are. You're talking about fucking Case. Everybody knows you're talking about fucking Case. You're saying they instead of his name, but you're talking about fucking Case, you fucking moron. Anyway, there were videos about me, TikTok lives. Come on, someone needs to save my life. Hate me all you want, but this is about justice. I just hope the jury will listen and my mic won't be muted 10 times while I behold the actual proof. Girl, what you need to behold is your luggage to go stay in a psych ward. That's what you need to behold. As I am making this video, I am being sent more screenshots because she just cannot stop posting. Oh, mind you, it's funny that she took the time to write this novel that I'm about to read because according to her, she's supposed to be at her show and church. The show is during the day, which is kind of weird, and then church is at night, which is also kind of weird, but no one believes her, but sure, that's where she is today, sure, even though she's taking the time to write novels on community posts on YouTube. Okay, sure. So this next novel of a post says, new song Perjury will be released tonight. Even if I lose this case again, best believe I am going to save up money for a nice lawyer for Supreme Court ruling. Oh my God. I am seeing this for the first time now. I have not read it yet, so this is a blind reaction to this post. Jessi, no matter how many times you appeal it, it will never get to the Supreme Court. When you appeal it, it's going to go to an appeals court. They're going to see if the judge that already ruled on it made the right decision or not. And then that is it. That is it. And also, how are you going to save up for a nice lawyer? You don't have a job. That's why you harp on other people not having jobs, because it's clearly an insecurity that you suffer with. I'm sorry that you feel bad about yourself, that you don't have a job, but that's something you can easily fix by going out and looking for a fucking job. And she goes on to say, now with AI and ChatGPT, you can fake conversations and things. It is mind-blowing. However, here we are. And I did not see the evidence because the court team did not screen share. It could have been AI generated, or it could be a troll from the Chris Hansen lore. I request to see evidence in a jury hearing. Okay, so if you're going to request it, you should request it to the judge, not on your community post on YouTube, because we can't help you. And 2, are you saying that Case fabricated things with ChatGPT? Because that's something you do. Remember those fake FBI emails that you put out, that you made on ChatGPT? That you wanted people to think were real? Remember those? Yeah, because me and Exposing do. And we had the messages, remember? People need to know there was not direct contact and it was lied about for the RO. Of course you can't go to court and say, someone made videos. Okay, this is the way she wrote it, mind you. Someone made videos, me sad, me angry, and me could have blocked, but me didn't. No, you have to lie and say this went on for longer than it did. Oh my God, she's going to keep going with the fact that she thinks that she's saying that it only went on for a month, but that's not a fact. It went on for several months, and there is more than one person, including Case, obviously, that has the evidence to prove that. So stop saying that. It's freaking weird. I mean, you can keep saying it, I guess. No one can stop you, but then you're just going to be extradited to Tennessee on a felony. Do you really want that? Why do you keep doing this? Why? I am allowed to talk about the court case, but not any individuals. I made certain I am allowed to speak, but it's not my best interest for the case. Yeah, so maybe you should stop then. Well, since this was my actual perjury and people need to know it was only videos and that conversation, and then the Trixie Lane convo in April, it was no more than that. I worry about the injustice in the system. That is why I want to be on Labyrinth's podcast. What? Where did that come from? Where the hell did Labyrinth's podcast come from? Like, what? Oh my God. Everyone is telling me to let it go. Would you let go of false allegations and someone lying under oath just to go down in history in Chris Hansen lore? I did not think so. Anyway, my show is today. The thing is, loves, you do not know what time I will be on stage. You seriously going to stay for 10 hours just to watch us? I would say buy me a drink, but I am going to church tonight, giving God one last chance with his trial, or I will never believe again. He knows what happened and what is a lie, and he can't have my go down like this. I think she meant like he can't have me go down like this. Everything happens for a reason? Really, slander and false stalking charges? Yeah, this is his last chance. Oh my God, it's God's last chance in Jessi's eyes. Watch out, God, she's coming for you next. I also think my court was set up. I could not hear the judge, and he kept saying he could not hear me. I swear this was a setup. Mind you, she also thinks that TikTok is working against her too. She said that quite a few times recently. I'm not joking. So the judge, the court, and TikTok are all against her in a big conspiracy to take her down because she was on Chris Hansen podcast years ago and lied about being raped. And it's all a conspiracy against her. Wah. For real, this girl needs like serious help. Like, okay, let me know in the comments. Do you guys think that she believes her lies, or do you think that she just keeps adding more lies on top of lies because she doesn't know what to do because she's told so many lies that she's like, oh fuck. I don't know. We cannot figure it out. We don't know. We really don't. Is she aware of her lies? I don't know, but there definitely needs to be some sort of diagnosis here, that is for sure.
They say a lot of things. They do. Whispers turn into paragraphs, and paragraphs turn into headlines. And suddenly I'm not a person anymore. I'm a character in their script. The truth isn't what makes people lean in. It's the chase. The contradictions, the theories, the grainy screenshots zoomed in until they look like maps to buried treasure. I don't run from it. I reshape it and I remix it. I give them lore, memes, songs, rabbit holes. And while they argue about who I really am, the only person who knows is me.
I'm only including this one because she's saying that Penny Lane, her dog, barked her brains out when she was served at her parents' house where she lives. And now she's barking her brain out now and she's scared of being swatted or something. I mean, dogs bark when the doorbell rings. It's very normal. Like, she definitely has paranoia. Like, she definitely has paranoia. You're not going to be swatted, girl, okay? You're not going to be swatted. You don't have to worry about that. It's not going to happen. Nobody cares that much, I promise. Here, yet again, she is saying that she is giving God one more chance. And why would he let this happen to me if he existed? I swear, if I lose this trial, I am never going to church again and giving up. I mean, don't threaten the man with a good time, Jessi. And there is no trial. There is no trial. Again, even if you appeal it, there still won't be a trial. My God. Please educate yourself before you open your mouth because you're embarrassing yourself so much. So hope is a really good thing to hold on to. So keep going with that, Jessi. That's great. So she keeps like comparing herself to different people. So every time that she talks about Laura Owen, she's actually talking about her case with case studies. And she compared herself to Monica Lewinsky. And now the new one is Amanda Knox.
People compare me to a lot of things, but the one that hits closest is Amanda Knox. Not because our stories are the same, but because of what happens when the world decides you're guilty before you even ever step into a courtroom. When Amanda Knox was on trial, the evidence against her was thin, yet she was called a liar, a manipulator, a murderer, because her interviews seemed inconsistent, because her reactions didn't line up with what the media decided an innocent person should look like. I've watched those clips myself, and honestly, even I doubted her at times. The contradictions, the way she came across, this stuck in my mind. But years later, looking at my own situation, I finally understand. Sometimes what the public sees isn't the truth. It's just the performance they've chosen to believe. And that's what's happening to me. People point at contradictions in my own words, my posts, my reactions. They don't see the context, the stress, or how things get chopped up and replayed until even I start to doubt myself. They don't see trauma responses or the panic of trying to explain something under pressure. They see this inconsistency, and inconsistency becomes guilt. Amanda Knox has said that once the media paints you as a villain, everything you do gets filtered through that lens. If you smile, it's cold. If you cry, it's fake. If you stay silent, it's suspicious. I live in that same loop now. People don't hear my words. They hear the version of me that already exists in their minds. I thought Amanda Knox looked guilty once, and now I know exactly how it feels to be her.
Jessi, I promise you that if you stayed silent, nobody would think it was suspicious. I think it would be the first smart thing you've done since I've known you. Because since I've known you, well, I knew who you were. I didn't know you back then, but I knew who you were. You've always had a reputation for being that crazy girl. I was going to say something else, but I went with the nice version. So yeah, why don't you try to change? If you stayed silent, that would be smart, because what you're doing now is digging this hole deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you violate the restraining order, it is a felony. And you get extradited to Tennessee. You know this, yet you keep doing it over and over. It's not even a matter of if you violate it, because you already did. I mean, you better hope your lucky stars that Case doesn't decide to report you, but I don't see why he wouldn't. I'm sure he will, because, I mean, you won't stop. You will not stop. It's wild. Like the judge told you, there's 8 billion people in the world that you can harass, and he isn't one of them anymore. So stop. My goodness. Alright, so I feel like I've been making this video for literally ever, and there is still so much more. I'm not even sure how long this video is so far, because I've ran out of space on my phone so many times with how many posts she's made that I have to put in here, that I have split the video up into different sections, and I have multiple like 20-minute parts on YouTube already that like you can't see. It's just for me because I'm going to put them all together to make it one long video. So I'm not even sure how long this is going to be, but it's got to be around the hour mark by now, which is insane because I still have probably at least another hour worth of stuff to go over. But since it's already this long, that is it for this video. I can't do it anymore. That is it for this video. So part 2 of what her shenanigans, of what she's been up to, will come out either, if not tomorrow, then 100% the day after tomorrow. So if not Sunday, then definitely Monday. But she keeps posting so much. It's crazy. Like, who has time to make like 30 posts a day? It's like 30 minimum. And she'll say like that she's done for the day, and then there'll be like 10 more posts. It's like, oh my god, girl, you gotta get something to do. You gotta find something to do, and stop telling the internet everything. Get a therapist. If you already have one, then clearly that's not working. Get a diary, a journal, try anything else. Like, seriously, for real. You gotta stop. Alright, now, with that being said, everyone, please, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this craziness so far. And there is far more that I have not even gotten into yet. And yes, the official part 2 of this series is still coming. I'm working with a couple other people, Apple and Wes, and Exposing might be too. I'm not sure. Exposing is definitely going to be in part 3 for sure, though. So I'm just waiting on them. And once I get their parts, then the official part 2 will be out. This was just supposed to be a little thing in between to let you know what she's been up to since my first video dropped, but it turned into this huge project, which I was not expecting it to be. But this is where we are now. So come back to part 2 of this part and look for the official part 2 sometime soon also. Just for a little preview, there's so much in the next part, but I am going to be going over her attacking people in the community, including me, most likely, Exposing, Apple, Quiche, Case, of course, obviously, Becca Scoop. She's been going after Becca Scoops. Now she's going after Toddy. I'm probably, Starlight also. I'm probably leaving people out that I'm not thinking of, but she's been going after a lot. Oh, CJ. She's been going after, she made a couple posts about CJ. So I'm going to be going over all the people that she's been attacking. So that's just a little preview, plus much more. Much, much more. So come back. And, Wes is also having a live tonight. His channel is Wes Most. I'll share it in the community tab in a little while once I find out like for sure what time he's going live. And everybody, like I said, leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this craziness. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube-y things. If you're silly enough to not be subscribed already, then fix that, obviously. And yeah, I love you all. Catch you in the next one. Bye.